Hi guys, this is Drogs, and welcome to part 3 of my reading of Genesis as I go through reading the Bible for the first time. All right? So I'm going to be in Genesis 10 to start off. Nations descended from Noah. These are the generations of the sons of Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Sons were born to them after the flood. The sons of Japheth: Gomer, Magog, Madai, Javan, Tubal, Mesesh, and Tiras. The sons of Gomer: Ashkenaz, Riphath, and Togarm. The sons of Javan: Elisha, Tarshish, Kittim, and Dodanim. From the coastland, From these, the coastland peoples spread in their lands, each with their own language, by their clans, in their nations. The sons of Ham: Cush, Egypt, Put, and Canaan. The sons of Cush: Seba, Havilah, Sabta, Rama, and Sabteka. The sons of Rama: Sheba and Dedan. Cush fathered Nimrod. He was the first on earth to be a mighty man. He was a mighty hunter before the Lord. Therefore it is said, like Nimrod, a mighty hunter before the Lord. The beginning of his kingdom was Babel, Erech, Akkad, and Calneh in the land of Shinar. From that land he went into Assyria and built Nineveh, Rehoboth-ir, Kala, and Rezin between Nineveh and Kala, that is the great city. Egypt fathered Ludum, Anamim, Lahabim, Naphtuhim, Pathruism, Kalsuhim, from whom the Philistines came, and Kaphtorim. Canaan fathered Sidon, his firstborn, and Heth, and the Jebusites. Just ignore them, those are my dogs, they're a little worked up. The Amorites and the Girgashites, the Hivites, the Archites, the Sinites, the Arvadites, the Zemarites, and the Hamathites. Afterward, the clan of the Canaanites dispersed. And the territory of the Canaanites extended from Sidon in the direction of Gerar as far as Gaza, and in the direction of Sodom, Gomorrah, Ammah, and Zeboim as far as Lasha. These are the sons of Ham, by their clans, their languages, their lands, and their nations. So that's like the Middle East. To Shem also, the father of all the children of Eber, the elder brother of Japheth, children were born. The sons of Shem: Elam, Ashur, Arpachshad, Lud, and Aram. The sons of Aram: Uz, Hul, Gether, and Mash. Arpachshad fathered Shelah, and Shelah fathered Eber. To Eber were born two sons. The name of the one was Peleg, for in his days the earth was divided, and his brother's name was Joktan. Joktan fathered Almodad, Shelef, Hazarmaveth, Jerah, Hadaram, Uzal, Dikla, Obal, Abi, Mael, Sheba, Ophir, Havilah, and Jobab. All of these were the sons of Joktan. The territory of which they lived extended from Mesha in the direction of the Sephar to the hill country of the east. They are the sons of Shem by their clans, their languages, their lands, and their nations. These are the clans of the sons of Noah, according to their genealogies and their nations, and from these nations spread abroad on the earth after the flood. Book 11, Tower of Babel. Now the whole earth had one language and the same words. And as people migrated from the east. They found a plain in the land of the Shinar and settled there. This is where they said Nimrod was king. And they said to one another, "Come, let us make bricks and burn them thoroughly." And they had brick for stone and bitumen for mortar. Then they said, "Come, let us build ourselves a city and a tower with its top in the heavens, and let us make a name for ourselves, lest we be dispersed over the face of the whole earth." And the Lord came down to see the city and the tower, which the children of man had built. And the Lord said, "Behold, they are one people, and they have all one language. And this is only the beginning of what they will do. And nothing that they propose to do will now be impossible for them. Come, let us go down and there confuse their language, so they may not understand one another's speech." So the Lord dispersed them over the face of all the earth, and they left off building the city. Therefore its name was called Babel, because there the Lord confused the language of all the earth. And from there the Lord dispersed them all over the face of all the earth. So that's kind of interesting to me, because he's not even mad. Like, God isn't mad about the tower. He likes the tower. He's impressed by the tower. But it scares them that humans advanced so quickly. And he was afraid for us that we would continue to do things that we shouldn't. That our rate of technology would increase so quickly that we'd end up destroying ourselves, destroying the earth, which I find kind of interesting. That even thousands of years ago, here's God saying, "Hold up, technology is not a good thing. Advancing is not a good thing. Just be godly." I like that. Anyway, here I am reading the Bible over the internet. Ugh. Anyway, so Shem's descendants. These are the generations of Shem. When Shem was 100 years old, he fathered Arpachshad 2 years after the flood. And Shem lived after he fathered Arpachshad 500 years, and he had other sons and daughters. 600 years old, he died. When Arpachshad had lived 35 years old, he fathered Shelah. And Arpachshad lived after he fathered Shelah 403 years, and other sons and daughters. When Shelah had lived 30 years, he fathered Eber. And Shelah lived after he fathered Eber 403 years, and had other sons and daughters. When Eber had lived 34 years, he fathered Peleg. And Eber lived after he fathered Peleg 430 years, and he had other sons and daughters. When Peleg had lived 30 years, he fathered Reu. And Peleg lived after he fathered Reu 209 years, other sons and daughters. When Reu had lived 32 years, he fathered Serug, and then lived 207 years. Serug had lived 30 years, he had fathered Nahor. And Serug lived after he fathered Nahor 200 years, and had other sons and daughters. When Nahor had lived 29 years, he had fathered Terah. And Nahor lived after he fathered Terah 119 years, and he had other sons and daughters. When Terah had lived 70 years, he fathered Abram, Nahor, Haran. So I'm going to want to go back and look at this later. I found a couple, I did a chart, I charted out how old everybody actually was, and then for the descendants of Adam. I'll go over in a later video. But what I was able to see is if you look at Adam and then all of the descendants, all of them knew Adam, because Adam lived almost 1,000 years. So you go 8, 9, 10 generations deep, whatever it was, until you get to Noah. Noah's the first in the line of Adam to not personally have known Adam. Everyone else did. So there was kind of that breaking of the generation, that Adam died, Noah's the next to be born, and then Noah kind of became the new chosen one of God. And I think something similar happens here, where Abram is born right around the time Noah dies. And that he becomes the new chosen of God. I think. But I'll come back to it for now. Anyway, back to the word. Now these are the generations of Terah. Terah fathered Abram, Nahor, and Haran fathered Lot. Haran died in the presence of his father, Terah in the land of his kindred, in Ur of the Chaldeans. And Abram of Nahor took wives, The name of Abram's wife was Sarai, and the name of Nahor's wife, Milcah, the daughter of Haran, the father of Milcah and Iscah. Now Sarai was barren, she had no child. Terah took Abram his son, and Lot, the son of Haran, his grandson, and Sarai, his daughter-in-law, his son Abram's wife, and they went forth together from Ur of the Chaldeans to go into the land of Canaan. But when they came to Haran, they settled there. The days of Terah were 205 years, and Terah died in Haran. Okay, interesting. So I'm definitely going to want to check that later and see if Terah was an adult, basically, or alive while Noah was still alive, and whether Abram was. But I'm going to end the video here because the next sections, which I've read like up to 14, I think, of Genesis, and then I started over with these videos. I have not actually read all of Genesis. But the next video, I want to just cover Abraham. And just get it all done in one video, so I'm going to end it short here. If you found this video useful, helpful, great. Thank you for watching, and especially if you made it all to the end. God bless you. And if you would be kind enough to say a prayer for me or for the channel, and to have this message get out to more people, it would mean a lot. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you.